guys, this is Michelle,
And I'm Lexi.
and you are listening to Booked to the Couch.
So grab a snack, get cozy, and meet us on the couch.
Before we get into today's episode, we have a little bit of a spoiler warning. If you have not read these two following titles and you do not want spoilers, do not listen to today's episode. Catch back up with us next week. Unfortunately, we do not have a spoiler-free version.
Yeah, we're going to be sprouting all kinds of spoilers.
There's going to be a lot of spoilers. So if you do not want this book spoiled for you, or books, either of these titles, which are Caught Up by Nevessa Allen and Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. If you do not want any spoilers for either of these titles, catch us next week.
We'll see you there.
Or listen to any other previous episodes. But without further ado, let's get into our review.
That was so good!
I know, right?
I love that! Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a lot to say.
I know, me too. I'm so excited. So we'll start with Caught Up as the first book that we're going over. We're going to do it by book because they are two very much different titles. One's a dark romance, one's a rom-com, okay? So
it's kind of crazy that we're ending off the summer this way too.
We also we figured doing, because we had different questions for both too, we had a bunch of like different thoughts about both, that we just do it kind of separately, like by book.
Yeah.
But I will let you take it away with what are your thoughts? How much did you rate? What was your rating for Caught Up? Like your star rating?
It was 4.5, and it would have been 5. If I would have, if there would have been more of what I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, it's a very good book. If you like Lights Out, you will love this book also. We're gonna get into this conversation, but it is completely different. The relationship dynamic is completely different in Caught Up than Lights Out. And it's really not fair that people compare them because they are two totally different love stories, and they need their own moments, in my opinion. I loved Lights Out a little bit more than Caught Up, but that's just because I'm very much in love with Josh. So
yeah.
I love him so much. He is literally my top book boyfriend. So he just can't be beaten right now at this point. So but I'm gonna get into some of what I have my notes on. A lot of people may find this controversial, but I don't like Lauren as a character. She had zero depth. She was just worried about what people were thinking about her all the time, like in her own head. And I get that, being a sex worker, but also like not everyone is out to get you, kind of. You know what I mean?
I feel like also too, it was more of, whereas like, so Lights Out, for example, was very much a story about two people.
Yeah.
And you could tell that it was very much a story about two different individual people.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, they both very much had personality, whereas I feel like this was very much very junior oriented.
Yeah, Lauren did not show much personality.
I didn't have, like, I absolutely love Nick, or Junior.
Yeah.
Loved him. Or Nico, sorry.
Yeah.
Where the hell did I get Nick from?
Well, they do it.
Nico.
His dad calls him Nick, I'm pretty sure, in the story, for short.
I'm pretty sure it's I had to go and reread it, and when I did, I listened to it at 2.5 at unnatural speed because I'd already listened to it once. So I was like, okay, I just need like a quick rerun. So, but like,
this also comes into my next point. I think that Junior deserved a better love interest. Their vibes did not match very well, in my opinion. Like they just did not mesh for me.
It very much felt like he just like he clung onto like this one love
and just didn't let it go,
it kind of felt a little bit that he was holding on to it, not necessarily like out of like yes, I want to say he does love her. That is very apparent
Yes.
This was also a 4.5-star read for me. I tried to find my review, and my app's being goofy right now, so we're not gonna worry about it. But it, like, he just, I don't know. Like, it felt like he was, like, yes, he loved her, and that was very apparent, but
He could have had someone better for his
like, it felt like he
vibe.
was just kind of, like, holding on to that
Yeah.
because of regret in the way
Yeah,
that
and
things ended.
I literally wrote, I was like, this could have all conflict could have been avoided if they would have had a conversation, which
Yes.
goes back a couple episodes,
And,
we
like,
were
I
talking about the
understand his perspective,
miscommunication.
and, like, from his perspective, he's, like, an 18-year-old kid. He was not only threatened by her dad,
Yeah.
but also his own father made some pretty vague threats
Yeah.
towards her. And, like, he knows that his father is a very dangerous man. So, like, I can understand a little bit of his like, why he didn't want to talk to her
Yeah.
about this.
But she didn't get that point of view, and that kind of really, like,
And, like,
irked me.
yeah, it didn't really delve into that, I feel like, a little bit more. I feel like I could have used a little bit more, like, growth from her, because
Yeah. She was
whereas he,
still-
like, him at every turn, he was trying to be understanding and he was trying to grow, and that was very evident.
Yeah.
Like,
And she wasn't. She had no
it just kind of
interest.
felt like she was stagnant the whole time, if that makes sense. Like, there
Yeah.
wasn't any, like,
She didn't go
she
up
needed
or
she
down,
needed
yeah.
some character growth
And
as
she
every
had
character, and it just
none.
kind of, like, it didn't go anywhere. It just stayed.
And I think that's the reason why I don't like her character that much, is because she was just boring. Like,
I wasn't drawn to her like I was
Allie.
Abby. Allie, what? God, I am mixing up everybody's name today.
Yeah, no, I love Allie. Like, her character, her character growth was very, like, great. I mean, she did have to do some certain things in Lights Out,
Yeah.
which made her, like, a different person, but also, like, she was not griping, I guess. Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it.
I was drawn
yeah.
to Allie. Like, her personality, everything about, she had depth that I feel like was just kind of lacking with Lauren,
Yeah.
and, like, was kind of being substituted by her friends.
That, yes, I have that wrote down too, because
I'm
was
not
like,
even, so, like, we're like clear 3 feet apart.
Yeah.
I can't see what she has written down.
I love that
And I'm
we have
somehow
the same opinions. I
We're
love
just
that.
nailing everybody with the same thoughts.
So I wrote down actually that I love that her friends.
Oh, I loved her friends
being so supportive,
and I
of
love
her.
Walter. I love their
Yes,
dog.
I do too.
I absolutely, not gonna lie, I think one of my favorite little, like, scenes is where Junior shows up to the house, and, like, her roommates and the dog are, like, standing in the background, and he says, like, "Oh, you, like, that's a good boy, like a protective boy." I forget what the whole context of the fucking story
I know what
was,
you're talking about.
but the roommate is like, Walter's a girl.
Yeah.
And he's like, good girl then.
Yes, I love that.
The audio,
Yeah, no,
I think it was golden for me because I listened to the audiobook, and that scene was peak an audiobook.
I think that friendships and books are so important because you can get lost in the romance.
Yes.
And forget that, like, other people do exist outside of the two main characters' bubble. And I love when friendships and, like, growing friendships are included in stories. So I love that her friends were, like, supportive of her and, like, was protective of her, and like
they were, but they also were like, hey, like, stop and think about this for a second.
yeah, like they made her, like, think logically.
Mhm.
And I love
that they have her back, like, had her back. But, like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if I gotten a little bit more growth from Lauren, and, like, they like, God, it just like, I know we talked a little bit about it when we first read Lights Out, and they talked about how the ending or the second half of Lights Out felt a little kind of, like, off.
It kind of just
I am not gonna lie, the last little bit of Caught Up felt a little excuse me, felt a little, like, just kind of rushed a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
It just,
that's another reason I didn't give it 5 stars, honestly.
it's like I wanted it to be a little bit more, like, just maybe a few more chapters, kind of developing the relationship a little bit more, because, like,
we didn't get to see it.
we got to see them healing and getting to the point of a relationship, but we didn't get to see them have like really kind of like any type of happy relationship. And who knows? And this is a question we have later on for the book. Maybe in book 3 we'll get a little bit more like delve into that, kind of like how we did for Lights Out. We get a little bit more of sneak peek into Allie and Josh.
Yeah.
That was also one of my favorite parts.
Literally,
I love the bromance between
Literally, I have Josh and Allie cameos were my favorite part of this book. I love that we also get to see the budding bromance between him and Nico.
Like,
we are the same thought-wise person. I swear.
I swear to God, yeah.
But yeah, no.
And we also talk about this a lot.
I know. I love the bromance that we like little snippets of the bromances that we get to see. So I'm hoping that all 3 guys will come together in the next book and like have to help each other.
I don't know. I feel like Nico and Tyler are not gonna get along that well.
But that'll make it
I
so
feel
much
like
better.
I feel like maybe in book 3 you might be right that maybe with this love interest he gets softened around the edges a little bit, and isn't as like
paragraph of my predictions about the next book.
When we get to the final question, we're trying very hard to not talk about our book 3 predictions because that's probably gonna be the longest
conversation.
The longest conversation. But oh my gosh, what was your favorite scene? So mine, I have a lot. Okay, I have a lot. There's a lot of them. Okay. Like I said, I like the little mini scene where he says "good girl" to Walter, but he's really saying it to Lauren.
I have 2 specific ones.
But, oh my God, are they the same?
So one of them is when he's groveling and he's on his knees in the stairwell. I fucking love that. It had me so weak.
Because he talks about how he he wouldn't he wouldn't get on his knees for her or some shit,
and then he's on his knees
and then he's literally groveling like 10 minutes later he's begging
like oh, and whimper. I love when men whimper.
Okay, so I have 3. That is one. One of mine is the second time they meet up at the club. And he's initially late because of a family dinner. The tension, because that's when they kind of really just collide with one another.
That's when they do it in the club, isn't it? Or when she gives him a hand job or blow job. It's a blow job.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that. Okay, so my next one.
Yeah. I know the next one is definitely a shared one because we've had so many conversations about
the church scene.
The fucking church scene.
Oh my God, I literally said this is what Priest wanted to be so bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We read Priest together and it had so much potential.
It had so much potential.
It felt
so flat though, but the scene
made up. Like, this scene was everything I needed Priest to be.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, it was no weird, like, cat calling names, no fucking little lamb bullshit. Like,
I'm telling you,
straight fucking.
I'm telling you, I need to find the exact chapters that scene is because you need to listen to it in audiobook form because it hits different in audiobook form. It is so
I can't imagine it hitting any different. Like, oh God, that scene, it is what we deserved from Priest. Like, yes. I need a revision of Priest, but
yes, a rewrite.
A revision, whatever it's called. Like, please, just rewrite it and take notes from this scene because, girl.
That was phenomenal. Not gonna lie. But, oh God.
What's your last one?
It was the Priest scene. It was 100%. Although I'm not gonna lie, Nico. So I really absolutely agreed. I love the Josh and Allie cameos, the little cookout. I really like that whole vibe. Junior Nico bringing Lauren to this cookout.
Yeah.
I also really, really enjoy the little scene where Lauren realizes that Nico was her first and top fucking subscriber.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Because I'm pretty sure it, and forgive me, I have honestly, since I have reread Caught Up, because I read it twice this summer. I read it the first time back in June, and then I reread it a week and a half ago. Since then, I have read 4 books.
Oh my God. I think I've read about 10 books since I read Caught Up. So
I've read 82
I
books.
don't-
Or 83 books so far this year.
I've read almost 50. So I'm like 30 behind. So I gotta up my number. But yeah, no, I remember that scene. Yeah. I think
But
it's like-
also,
is it right before the arcade scene that she finds out, because there's so much sexual tension in the like abandoned arcade scene.
honestly, I think so, but I also think it's before he comes over to her place. So it's before the good girl scene too. Because he comes to her house to try and for some reason yeah, because because the whole good girl scene happens before the arcade. We're probably not right on this.
Yeah.
So like be gentle.
Yeah.
But we have the scenes right. We just don't know the order of the scenes. Like I said, I've read a lot since then, and my brain only, unfortunately, likes to hold on to information for like 2 days.
5 minutes actually for me.
Like like if I really love it and I really enjoy it and I can only think about it, which for Caught Up, I thought about it for like I remembered it for a total of 2 days, and then everything went like whoop, factory delete.
Yep. Same.
My brain was like, all right, we got to make room
also-
for our crochet patterns.
Yeah. Also, I really love that Junior is 5'10".
Yes.
I
He's
love
not. He's
that
a
he is-
short king height, and they bring
Actually,
it
that's
up.
like medium.
Well, that's
medium
that's
king.
average.
I put
Honestly,
it
that's average.
Yeah, actually 5'9".
I say
is
short
pretty
king because
average.
honestly, every romance book I feel like I read, it's always 6
6'5".
foot, like 6 foot or taller, and it's like okay, cool. Like yes. When I was younger, I thought I always wanted a tall guy, but you know what? I'm being realistic with myself. I'm not that tall. I'm 5 foot.
I am tall, so I do.
But
need a bit of a taller
I have me a
man,
short
but
king, and I
5'10",
love him.
5'10", 5'11", that's like perfect height for me, honestly. I mean, 6 foot and over have been the only guys that I've ever liked. So, but I mean, I'm not picky. I like who I like. But
Yeah.
anyways, but 5'10" it's really good representation in a book because like I mean, literally every single book that I've ever read, it's not even 6 foot and over. It's like 6'3" and over.
Yeah.
Be realistic. How many fucking men do you know that is over 6'3"? Because I know like maybe
Like
2.
and truly are.
Like I
And
know
not-
maybe
not
2.
Like not they say they are, but they're really like 5'11".
Yeah, no, like true, like 6'3" and over. Like I know 2. That's about it.
I'm not gonna lie, being in the being a military dependent, like
There are a lot of tall guys in the military.
I've met a
so-
lot of tall people.
but yeah, no.
But then again, everybody's tall compared to me, so like I'm not a good like judge of like height because anyone taller than 5'5" is like considered to me like ginormous. I still gotta I gotta look all the way up, chin all the way to the sky.
yeah.
But like, oh God, there was. But also, I loved when Josh and Allie threatened Nico's dad. That was good.
Yes.
But when Nico, because Nico's mom, when she comes out and
Yes.
she's just like immediately like, okay, I'm on your side. I have your back.
I loved her for that.
Like,
Also, I need
And
a
she
story-
takes no shit
No, literally, she's a bad bitch.
because she had the opportunity to leave. Like her sons were like, nah, we're taking you, and she said no.
She's a bad bitch. You can't.
She's like,
kill
I
her.
married this man, and now I'm going to make his absolute life an entire living hell.
I love her for that.
Like that was a mom who was like, oh, you want to choke out my baby? We're going to marriage counseling, bitch. You're about to spend so much fucking money.
Also, I know that we're speaking about Tyler's book, but I
Excuse
need a book about the brother who just up and dipped.
Yeah,
Like, I need a book.
Where
about
did he
him.
go?
Where did he go?
because he's finding. You know that he's got a romance out there.
Somewhere.
Then when he goes off to that, like wherever the hell he goes, he's like,
he just dips and then is never spoken about again. And he's the ominous one out of them too, and I find that intriguing. I love ominous characters that don't get mentioned much because then you're like, where'd they go? What are they doing? Why are they doing that? And it makes you question it. So like, I need a brother book.
I have a lot of questions. I want things answered.
Yeah, I need a brother book, Novessa.
Even if it's something small, like a little novella, like give me 150 pages,
Something, just
just
something.
inkling.
Just feed my curiosity just a little bit.
But do we want to discuss our thoughts and predictions for book 3?
Okay.
Okay.
I think ours are kind of similar, but
I can talk about what I want. I don't know if this is a true prediction, but like secretly what I want. I want the female main character to be the stalker.
yes. Okay. Listen, I have a prediction for what I want it, like what I think it should be. Okay.
Let's see if they're the same. See if my dream is your prediction.
All right. I said I love that he's a finance bro, and I really hope that it's a reverse of the other two, and that the female main character is stalking him this time. Maybe he owes someone she knows money from the gambling thing that he's got going on that's happening, or the whatever it was that was happening in Caught Up. I can't remember if it was like gambling or like
It was like
it was poker.
it was like poker. It was high stake. It was high stakes gambling.
So
there was a lot of money being tossed around. There was games.
I think that she should be hired to stalk or kill him to collect the debt. But while she's stalking him, she notices that he's a good person, and like he volunteers at animal shelters.
Are we
and he
talking about the
goes
same
around
Tyler?
to like old folks' homes and like, you know, just like volunteers. And then like she's like, okay, he's actually a good person. But then she like forces herself to organically meet him, but is still like stalking him also. You know what I mean? Like she forces like them to meet, like say to like run into each other on the street and like organically meet that way, but she's like trying to get into his like life.
His circle. His
Yeah.
inner circle.
Yeah. So and yes, I know that like he wasn't mentioned much and he seems like a hard ass, but like I low key feel like he's like mushy like Josh. Like he's like a mixture.
I feel
of
like he is a
both.
bit of a soft boy.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Here's my prediction. I don't necessarily see him being outwardly charitable, if that makes
But
sense.
it's not outwardly though. His friends don't know that he's like this.
I don't even see him putting on a fucking disguise, like Clark Kent in it, and like no, I mean because he gives me this vibe that like he donates a lot of money to charity.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he gives as much as he possibly like can like muster to charity.
Yeah.
That's what I want. But I also really much want her to be the female stalker and kind of I don't know, like I had so many dreams and wants. Like yes, I want it to be like an assassin going after him
Mhm.
or like honestly ex-girlfriend scorn.
Mm.
Like a side piece
That he did wrong or
like yeah, like someone he hurt. God, it'd be I know I said I hated the bully trope, but like someone maybe he was like they had like a little bit of enemies to lovers situation.
like they worked together
oh
and she
God.
knew his secret.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God. What if she works in the same office as him and she's
That's what I'm,
like
that's what I'm talking
like they're
about.
fighting for the same promotion and she's like this dude seems odd, so she starts stalking him and then she finds some like incriminating stuff, but she also finds like he's a nice guy because he donates a fuck ton of money to like these really
like he's a
like,
good person.
like he
on the
donates to animal
inside.
shelters, he
Yeah.
donates to like hospitals, children's shelters, anything you can think of. Like maybe he keeps like a bunch of like I don't know, homeless go bags like in the backseat of his like very expensive car and he just like
Yeah.
randomly drops it off at night as like some vigilante Batman, who knows. And we also talked about what the cover could look like.
Yes.
And I know I said green because you know what? Money.
Yeah.
Money. But what if they went with like the whole classic robber? God, I cannot talk today.
The ski mask.
Either the ski mask or a bandana across the nose, and all you see is his starking eyes.
What I was gonna say is it needs to be green because of money, obviously.
Yeah.
But like I was thinking of like an assassin mask. So like just from like here up, there's a mask, and then of course one of the eyes is a heart, and then the other one is a dollar sign. Because like Caught Up and Lights Out has like a heart on one side,
And
then the other, I think Caught Up has the X.
They both have X's.
Oh, they do?
It's just swapped.
Okay, yeah. So I think one of them should have the $ sign and then
Yeah.
the heart on the side of like a mask that only covers like here down. And I think that would be so cool.
Some Batman type shit.
Yes. I don't know. We'll get to like listen to this.
Honestly,
like, a year
I
from
want,
now.
I want an evil Batman. That's what I want. I
Yeah.
want an evil Batman.
And he needs to be so buff too. Like I already like just. And he's blonde, okay? I'm gonna have an issue with that because I'm not into blondes, but like I'll make an exception because I really want it. I think he's probably gonna be my favorite.
I'm excited for this, and this is so I added this question specifically to like this review because we should hopefully be getting more information about this book in the next coming weeks,
few months. Yeah,
next few months, few weeks. Like, I need more.
Yeah, same.
I'm not gonna lie, I love this, and I wish there was little novellas to go with it.
Same.
But you know what? I'll just reread them to get the same feeling.
Yep. I don't know. Lights Out was just so good. I just wish I could reread it for the first time again. I just can't believe how much I actually enjoyed it though, because like I'd seen so many mixed reviews, and like I'd seen so many mixed reviews about Caught Up too when it first came out, but like I automatically knew I was gonna like Caught Up, so
Yeah.
it wasn't an issue if I was gonna like it or not. But when I first started the series, I was like, am I gonna like this?
and
Like,
I also had my hesitation because I have an issue, and this is, take it as you will. I have an issue with sometimes books on Book Talk being
Overhyped.
massively overhyped.
Yep.
And this is not just a Book Talk thing. This has been a thing for as long as the internet has been around. I feel like there's so many different things across different like medias that is just massively overhyped. Like growing up, it was anime. There were some animes that I was just like, I don't get the hype of.
Yeah.
I'm not into them as much as everyone else is. And like I went into like I tried it. I tried to enjoy it. It just was overhyped. It just wasn't living up to the expectations that I had.
Yeah.
And that unfortunately causes me to be pretty hesitant coming or approaching very viral books.
Yeah.
And Lights Out was one of them. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and like hold out as much as I can. But then I kept seeing more and more about it. I kept seeing little tidbits about it. I kept seeing reviews about it, and it just seemed so good. And then we were talking about starting the podcast and talking about it. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
We kind of read it together too.
Yeah, we read it around the same time. I think
I started a little bit sooner than you did,
but I think I finished it first.
Yeah, because you had done the audio
Yeah.
book, and it's a little bit faster than like actually reading it.
I also listened to it at an unnatural speed.
Yeah. All right.
No, I don't know what everybody's normal listening speed is, but like I said, mine varies from 1.5 to 2.0.
Well, we've talked about 30 minutes just on Caught Up, so I could go on and on about that book.
We can go all day.
But I think that we should,
For the sake of time management, we should probably move on to the next book in our question, or the next book in this review, which is Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn.
Okay, so I actually have this written down. You either love Megan Quinn or you don't like her writing at all. And I'm one of those who absolutely loves all of her books. I've only read one that I haven't liked by her.
There's a handful that I'm just like, I'm not the biggest fans of, but
Yeah.
like,
they are like equal parts cringy, but for the majority, they are great writing, and honestly, I fucking love her.
I feel like her writing, especially like the last couple of ones that I read, because this summer, when we do our summer recap, I'm not going to lie, I have read an absolute astronomical amount of fucking Megan Quinn. All right,
she writes summer books so well.
She
actually
writes
any books so well.
She writes the perfect like Hallmark spicy filling book.
Yes.
Like if you're wanting something that's over the top romance, like it just seems so out there, like Hallmarky. You want it to be like,
she is the one that you
go to her.
You go to her books, like, and
there's some of them that like, yes, I didn't really enjoy, but like we'll go over that at a later day because that's not a review on them. I absolutely loved Till Summer Do Us Part, and again,
too.
It
was
a
so
4.5
I
read for
literally,
me.
I think I gave it 5 stars. Actually, it was a 5-star read for me.
Let me double check.
It was so funny. This is one of the only books that I've ever read that made me actually laugh out loud, like a lot.
I had to so this one I normally listen to audiobooks when I'm at work. Because I don't work around like people and I'm able to listen to audiobooks. I didn't listen to this one at work because I tried to and I kept laughing out loud and I was like, okay, I don't want my coworkers stopping and asking me about any of this. And you had read it before me.
Yeah.
So with caught up, I read it first, you then read it, and then you read Till Summer Do Us Part, and then I read it. And you had already warned me that it was super spicy, especially in certain scenes. So I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna have to probably listen to this at home.
Yeah. So, one of the funniest parts in this book is when they are first going to the therapy session with Sanders.
My god!
And there's a couple lines specifically, but it's the way that like the pads with the wings is what you wanted. And she's like, "You brought me pads and buffalo wings." And he said, "But did I not deliver?" And then
he's like, "I met your expectations."
And then he goes in to talking about how they were sleeping in a tent or like a sleeping bag, and how she like zipped his wiener up into the zipper. Bro, that part had me laughing so hard.
So
I was like, what the fuck is this?
So like I with this one, and this is like I don't do this often, but I listened to both the audiobook and some of the chapters, especially the ones that because I had gone through my physical copy and pinpointed all the ones that have pictures. So all the chapters that had
also,
pictures in it.
No idea some of those pictures were as spicy as they were. I don't know. I think you have the blue version.
I have the Barnes and Noble edition.
Okay, the Target version I think is the pink one, or
yes.
Okay, that one has an actual picture of her bent over, and yeah, I saw it on TikTok. I was like, bro, what? And it's in color. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that copy.
I'm gonna have to figure out. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be easy to find.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to spend an astronomical amount of money on like eBay or some crap.
Yeah, no, it has colored pictures, and there's a picture of her actually.
Or am I honestly another good way checking out like her? I don't know if Megan Gwynn has like her own website, but sometimes authors do
sign them too.
They have like those like specific artworks like up. They sometimes pre-sell them, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like a Barnes and Noble or Target exclusive. But damn, if I had known that when I had pre-ordered my book, I pre-ordered it because like, oh, I saw that I really like the blue edition.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. And don't get me wrong, I really like the pink one too, but like, I don't have the money to buy multiple versions of a book.
Yeah, same. But yeah, no, she's completely bent over, butt ass naked, and he's like behind her, and he has her hair in his hand, and I'm like,
I'm almost tempted to like go and grab my physical copy and see if I could pop. It might not be colored, but like
it might be in there. I'm not sure, but I know that both versions have different photos. So
yeah.
But
all three of them, because
another a scene that gets me, that had me literally like I was hot, was the tent scene. Like I was sweating from reading that. I was like, girl,
and it wasn't just the fucking tent scene. It was everything leading up to that.
Yes,
scene.
all the tension.
It was the fucking canoe. The man dropped off in the canoe. The start of it for me. I was like, oh, this is about to be good.
Yeah. And the fact they were all alone and they had one sleeping bag, and it was perfect setup. Perfect setup.
Do you feel like what part of their relationship felt the most realistic or relatable to you?
Their bickering.
Yeah.
The way they went back and forth with each other, and like the improv in like the therapy was so funny because like they just didn't like each other like right off the like I think he might have liked her a little bit more right off the bat, but it's just the fact that
yeah, he definitely was like, this is fun.
Yeah. And she's just like, this is not fucking fun. What are you thinking? What is wrong with you?
It's very much it's very much the black cat and golden retriever dynamic and relationships.
Yeah.
That is the vibe I get from this. She's very like standoffish, leave me alone. To herself, doesn't need anybody, doesn't want nobody. And I get that. because she's
You
a
and
woman.
Daniel.
She's a woman scorn, and he's just like, all right, I'm here for the vibes.
Just for the
Like
vibes,
you need me
nothing
to be
else.
like you need me to be a fake husband, and like,
and he was so down for it, no questions asked. Like, I love that.
he did not ask any questions, and like I was wondering how this was gonna go when I read that. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna resist, and then he's just immediately like, yes. Man didn't even hesitate.
She was like kind of like taken back by that. Like, what do you mean? Like,
He
what?
just agreed.
You're not asking any questions? What is this?
You don't have any concerns.
But Wilder is top 3 on my book boyfriend.
Yes.
That man is so fine and so funny, and oh my god. Like,
he is
a woman pleaser, okay? And when she was like, oh, but fuck Matt, okay, I have that wrote down. Fuck him. Like, what do you mean you made her feel bad because she wanted to try different stuff in the bedroom?
That man embraced it. He was
Yes,
like, "Oh, you want to try
spread
anything?"
your legs.
He's like, "I got this. Don't worry." He's like, "You want to experiment?"
I'm so down. And I was like, oh my god, that is so I love that. And I love that he like made her feel so comfortable after that, and like made her want to do more, because like I understand not being comfortable around someone like that.
Yeah.
And I get it.
And I feel like I very much relate to that aspect about it. And like I feel like this was a really good like example of like a really good, like one of her best pieces of writing.
Healthy relationships.
Like
too.
she captures not only a really healthy like relationship blooming between these two people,
Yeah.
but she fully encompasses she fully writes about like both the over the top aspect hallmarky feel that she
Yeah.
has with her writing. She had that an adult summer camp romance. Come on.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I need it in an actual
But it was
adult
also-
camp somewhere, because that would be so phenomenally fun. Like
but it also is just like it pulled you in.
yeah, it made you want to read it.
Like it was funny. It had the tension, it had the drama.
I think I read it in like a day
felt
and a half.
it felt realistic too. Like it
Yeah.
like it had a little bit of realism. Like you were able to relate to the characters. Like the characters weren't too over the top, that they were like, okay, I can't picture myself as this fucking
this
character.
book is definitely
I can't picture her problems.
Yeah.
I can't picture his issues
this book is
or
neck
him.
and neck with My Neighbor Who Stole Christmas.
Yeah,
like
it's one of her top writings.
Yeah. But I actually really like Scotty as a character too. I loved her, and
I also love how like she just owns up to it at the end.
Yeah.
She's just like, all right,
I'm being truthful. I can't hold it back anymore. We're not married. Like, and everyone seemed to have like.
I love why she did it too. Like that scene too between her and Chad was just.
I know, and I'm so glad that Chad and his wife actually like got the happy ending.
That eulogy. That was so good.
It was so good. I actually really liked Chad's character. Like, I even liked him like in the beginning, because like he was never really douchey. He was I
could get that energy that he kind of seemed like he had something going on.
Yeah.
But he was kind of taking it out on her a little bit, but like not
to the point of
not
like
to
bullying.
Not to the point of being full on malicious, if that makes sense. Like he was just like
Yeah. And like I like how they actually like became kind of
they became really good friends. Her and the Chads and the Brads.
Yeah, I love that.
I love the Chads and the Brads.
But
honestly, we had this discussion, and God, it would be so funny to get novellas of them too.
Yes.
And we've already named it too. We could call it the Chad and the Brad series. The Chad and the Brad series. Yeah. Like, come on. I just need a little, especially Chad.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, how was they able to work it out? Because God, I feel like it was probably some big over the top romantic gesture.
Sanders is the reason like they like finally just
I wonder
sat
if
down and was like, yeah.
I wonder if he suggested a whole ass vacation. Where he's like, all right guys, you take a whole month off and you go travel together
Yeah.
in random destinations. You don't have a plan or a thought. You pick a fucking random. You go to the airport and you pick a random destination.
Yeah.
Also, I love Sanders.
I do too. If therapists were actually like that, I think I would like want to pay them money to go.
Well, to be fair,
he wasn't a therapist.
He wasn't even licensed.
But,
I love that whole
He
realization.
worked it out for them, though. He worked it out for them, though. So
I loved how over the top he was. Like
not
I
a care in
didn't.
the world, just flipping the ball in the air while people are talking.
So like at the first session, I was like, oh, this could seem like an eccentric like therapist. Like, okay, that seems hallmarky. And then we got to the summer camp, and I think it was like the second day when he was wearing the most outlandish, out of this fucking world outfit.
I loved that.
I loved his outfits. I loved his out of the world outfits. That was so funny. Like that was so
also
such
the
funny
sex
detail.
cabin was my first like this is not real. This is
it was when they pulled up to the fucking summer camp. It was then because I was like I started thinking like this seems a little off. The more I'm thinking about it, like how does he have this whole ass summer camp area?
Yeah.
Like, how is he affording this, for one? Where's his license? He doesn't...
Where's his degree?
I was like, I feel like I'm kind of in a, like, a little bit of a, like, I feel like I'm being played by, like, Robin Williams really, like, real quick.
Yes,
like, he's pretending to be a fucking doctor.
Yes, that's who I imagine, when they were explaining him. I think he's a little bit younger, but, like, honestly, I envisioned someone like Robin Williams playing him.
Yeah. Honestly, like, if there was ever a movie, like, that was,
the way his character is and carries himself. Everything about him is like very much like Miss Doubtfire.
Miss Doubtfire, the movie where he does play a doctor. I don't know if that's a comedy or something. I feel like it's a little bit funny. It's been years since I've seen it.
Yeah, I loved that man so much, and he brought me so much joy in my childhood.
Yes,
but another thing is I really love that Wilder is a nerd and he talks about Pokemon and stuff like that.
Him and his crossword puzzles.
Yes. And then the fucking nerd clusters.
They were so upset when they got contraband.
Yep.
But also,
I love that.
I will say, I liked the activities that Sanders planned, even though he wasn't like an actual licensed person.
That's another thing.
He came up with really good ideas. The mini golf scene, like, so I could definitely, like, I don't understand how the fuck they managed to win, but I understand the whole, like, reason behind the activity.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was very important to Wilder and Scotty's relationship. And that is where it went from, okay, I just need to get through this week to I'm kind of into you a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he was very much remorseful and he was like, okay, I do need to be like aware of my surroundings and the people around me and like things like that. Because I am because he's very like, go with the flow, I'll do anything. Like, I'm a yes man. That sometimes has a negative effect on it could have a negative effect on his future partners.
Yeah.
Or his current partner, as some people thought.
One of the games the sexual tension in that.
Oh, do you mean the making
they were in that little area and like he whispers in her ear something like or the sex position one or
do you mean the one where they were where the girls were sitting in the guy's lap and it was like a makeout game or some shit?
That one too.
That one was insane.
That was intense. Yeah. No, there's another one where they're sitting there and it's cards. And it's like, what's your dream date? Or
oh my gosh, yeah.
It was
a bunch of like so many odd questions, and they were like answering, like they were just. I loved it. I don't know why it took me so long.
That makeout scene was intense, bro.
And even when Sanders was like, apparently the guys were like, yeah, apparently it was super hot. Like, how the fuck did you know, man? Are you watching? Why are you guys watching?
But the fake dating, fake marriage, best friend brother trope will always.
Wilder's realization to like Sanders not being a fucking licensed therapist, but also like I love how like Scotty too was like, I'm willing to wait for you.
Yeah.
And she goes back home and he's like, before I go to you, before I make this commitment to you,
Yeah,
there's
because he
something
was the one that was like, I don't want anything serious right now, right?
he was hesitant because he was worried about his brother because his brother was suicidal and because of the issues because of his parents' relationship and the issues around his mom's affair
The
and all
fact
of
that he
that.
was worried about his brother's feelings before his own is like such.
Well, to be fair, like he acted as a buffer for his older brother because his brother
Yeah.
was suicidal.
Yeah,
So like
I get that. But also, I like that she's older than him too.
yes. And totally not because it's very much and like she's not significantly older. That's only a 2 year
It's only 2 years.
2 year
It's
difference.
not a big deal.
I definitely absolutely liked this book because it did feel like a little bit like me and my husband's relationship.
Yeah.
But like it just
A little fun dynamic and
it was they and I loved how much they just like instantly clicked as friends too. It
Yeah.
didn't feel forced. It was just like
their chemistry was really good.
It
Really,
was really good.
well written.
it
Like,
was.
it was not forced. It was not rushed. It was like
It was perfect.
They were perfect for each other. Like,
But like I said, if I could have like any extras, I need a Chad and Brad series.
yes, please.
The Chad and Brad.
But this book is definitely going to be like a staple in my summer reading. I think from now on, just like how My Neighbor
Mhm.
Stole Christmas is going to be for my holiday reads.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. This is definitely.
I'm gonna be rereading this at some point.
The piercings. We haven't spoke about those yet, but they are there. I knew what it was, but I had to look it up to see exactly where it was at because I was like trying to imagine it, and I was like, "Where's that at?" And then I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, oh,
Like, that's what that looks like.
yeah, that's where that is." Okay. But I think I went over all of my points from
Same. We like always, like usual, we shared a lot of the same opinions about this book.
yeah.
We had a bunch of the same grievances. We loved a bunch of the same things. We loved some individual things, a bunch of less. I loved a lot of little aspects in both of these books.
Yeah, same.
Like they're like yes, I did love a lot of the scenes. One of my favorite quotes from Till Summer Do Us Part is when they're in the sex cabin and she walks into the bathroom for the first time and she realizes there's a suction cup dildo and he makes a joke, don't drop the soap, Scotty.
I wrote that down. That's my favorite. Oh my
So
god.
like I
it's
have
so
one of the
funny.
craft projects that I'm doing for this year and I started it for this year. Any books that I rate 4 stars or higher, I am embroidering either a quote or a little patch onto a sweatshirt for. I saw someone doing this on Instagram or TikTok,
I'm starting mine soon.
and that is the quote that I'm using for this book because again, I rated this like 4.5.
Hopefully it'll be done by like the fall so I can like read
4.7.
like wear it.
Because of the size of the patches that I'm doing, this is going to be something that's going to take me a while to fill up.
We'll see. I like how
But
like,
I'm hoping to get it to a wearable point.
yeah,
soon.
like you can like just add whenever you
Mhm.
want. But yeah, that was our review for both of these amazing books. We're going to have a summer recap next week. Our big final summer podcast will be next week because we are entering our cowboy month.
And we're so excited for that episode. We have so for the first episode of August, we have a little bit of a if you listen to a couple of episodes ago, we talked about it. The blind book playlist. We had
Yes.
we had my partner pick a random title from a list of 5. And we made a playlist based off of only the description of the book.
We have no idea
we
what
don't know
it's
the
titled
title
yet.
we don't know the author, none of that. My partner is the one with that information.
We will actually reveal the title together on this podcast.
Yeah, it will be on episode when we do the episode. It will be
So
during
as
that
of right
episode.
now, we have about 20 songs, I would say. Did you add 2 more to yours?
So I only did 9,
Okay. All right. So we have about 19 songs total.
which is a good start because
if you don't like country music,
Don't
don't listen to this playlist because that's
and
literally
we'll be adding it
all-
to YouTube definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna be adding it to YouTube. I figured out how to do it on Spotify, so
Okay.
I'm gonna add our playlist on there. I'll probably have it on my personal Apple Music also, just so anyone who doesn't use Spotify and uses Apple Music.
I was even thinking of making a picture list of all of the artists and the songs of the playlist and posting it to Instagram
Yeah.
and TikTok
Yeah.
as well.
That would
So
be
that
cool,
way,
yeah.
if need be, you guys can make your own, like, make the playlist yourself.
Yeah.
And we will also be adding it to the playlist as we actually read the book. I think it was part of the plan is that we
so
wanted
we're gonna
to add.
like have like a weird like non-country song in
Yeah,
the middle.
I think I'm gonna put Neon Cat or something, or Techno Kitty, something weird. Just something out there that's so outlandish that nothing, it's not gonna make sense.
Yeah, because
While I'm
as
in
of
my
right
living
now, there's a lot of very like strong country women voices on this playlist.
We didn't find a whole lot of guy like
Chris Stapleton, he's just a staple in any country music playlist for me. So
I gotta double check.
he's on there.
Yes, I did. I put, of course, should have been a cowboy,
Yep.
for
Toby Keith.
example. But like, we don't want to spoil it too much. Like,
But
don't wanna
it's
reveal
it's
too
a
much.
very solid playlist so far, and it's just gonna keep getting better, honestly. Because
We only had one overlapping like artist and title.
yeah. No,
Um,
we had two.
Or
Faith Hill and the Chicks.
wait, did we have the same song for Faith Hill too?
Oh no, we had the same. No, it was Shania Twain.
Yeah,
but
it was
had
the-
the same artist.
We had the same artist but different songs.
But yeah, so
I had
that'll
to cut
be-
back on the initial list because I added way too much Shania Twain in the Chicks.
Yeah, no, I was gonna add way too much Dixie Chicks, Chicks. So I was like, okay, let me.
I was like,
Just
I was like, I'm
chill.
gonna do one.
But we have a lot in the month of September coming up. It's gonna be so fun. We're going to the rodeo. That's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. Our cowboy month is gonna be amazing.
I'm so excited.
We have so many books picked out for it.
I'm having to narrow down the list because
Same.
we're only doing it for a month. So I have to be realistic with myself. On average, I can read anywhere from like 7 to 10, 13 books, give or take.
Yeah, I
That's
probably
usually
am
about the
gonna read
average
about
for me.
8 to 10.
So I'm
books.
only gonna add about like 7 to the main list.
Yeah.
And when you watch our summer recap next month or next week, you'll realize what I mean by I don't hardly ever follow the list.
Me either.
Ever.
But I am with Cowboy Month because
I'm gonna definitely try and like stick to the cowboy month. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready for it to be October so I can start like my paranormal and my monster reads again because I have a bunch of monster
too.
reads that I'm just like sitting on the back burner that I'm like
I have a lot to read for of October too, so I'm really excited. But if you enjoyed this review, give us a like and a comment and a follow and all the normal things that you do for people.
check our social medias. We're trying to post more.
Yeah, we post once a week for right now, but we're trying to up it to at least 3 or 4 times a week. So hopefully that works out and we get our podcast more out there. But we almost have 100 listeners. We are at
Can't
90
hear it, but
right
a round of
now.
applause to everybody. Finger snaps from us.
So that is awesome for us. We're at 90.
We appreciate everyone.
We appreciate all the love, the comments, the listens, anything. We appreciate it. And we are so happy that we get to continue doing this and doing stuff that we love and talking about it.
Because we just wanted a place where we could talk about books and where people don't need to feel the need to be or feel judged. This is an open
Exactly.
space.
Exactly.
Like, don't be hateful. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Because everybody's welcome here.
You
We
can have your
value-
own opinions, but don't hate on someone else's.
Like, I might not like a certain author, but I'm not going to bash anyone for liking that author. That's their own prerogative.
Yeah,
They don't have the
exactly.
same reading style as I do. I'm a weirdo. I will read anything. I am a trash composer. Or I can't talk today. I am a trash can. Yeah, I'm just
a trash composer.
I wish there was a video of it because I just happened to also do the hand movement as I did that.
And
Scene. I'm a trash can. I will take anything in.
Yeah.
Honestly, the weirder the better.
I don't judge.
I don't take anything serious when it comes to reading. I'm like, I'm just going in for the vibes. It's like if the vibes seem great, I'm gonna read it.
All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to DM us or comment, whatever. We will see you
On the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.